Welcome to Desert Isle Crafting. I'm Christy. Hello everyone. How are you today? I hope you all are doing great. I have for you a review of One Day Saving. I really like this company. I've bought kits from them and have been asked to review kits from them for quite a while now, and they never disappoint. They're very budget friendly. They have so many different crafting options on their kit with thousands to choose from. So it's not just cross stitch or diamond painting, but it's craft, it's accessories, it's tools, it's resin, nail art, puzzles. I mean, the list just goes on and on, paint by number even with them. I really like their products, and that's why I want to share them with you today. But before we start, a hello, a thankful hello to all my subscribers and my new subscribers. Thank you for watching my channel, and if you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing. I apologize for not putting out a whole lot of videos in the last month. We've had a lot of family issues going on, especially out of state, that I've had to attend to. But I'm home now, so I am trying to get back into the groove of putting out more videos, and I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that nothing else comes up that distracts me from it, because I've got a whole lot of stuff to show you. So that's why you need to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on anything coming up. A lot of new things too. So I apologize. I said I was going to do some videos a while back on things, and I just got called away, so I haven't been able to do them. But I hope you all are doing great, and that everything's going good for you, that you're having a good week. And it's almost April. Wow. Time goes by so fast. All right, let's take a look at what One Day Saving sent me, and a massive thank you to One Day Saving for sending me these items for review. And when I say that I've not been disappointed with anything they sent me, I mean it. I'm not just saying that. One thing I will tell you about my channel is if I don't like something, I'm going to say I don't like it. I'm not afraid to. I'm not one of those people that just likes everything because I want to keep everybody happy. No. If there's a bad kit or a bad something, I'll definitely tell you about that. But let me get everything out of the bag. Okay. So I have 3 kits for you today. Let's take a look at this first one. Oh, I don't want to lose my measuring tape here. Okay, I thought this was pretty. When I look for kits, I try to look for different things. You know, so many of them look the same, and I will spend, literally ask my husband, hours going through a website looking for different types of kits. I really liked this one. It's a dream catcher, and I'm going to take it out of the plastic so that we can get rid of the glare. So it's going to make some noise. Okay, there we go. Now this dream catcher is an 11 count. It was $8.22. Considering everything they give you, I think that's a good deal. So it says, "Not all who wander are lost." I love that. And I love the colors of the feathers. So we'll look at the floss a little bit more closely. That's your item number up at the top. You'll also find that on your canvas. It's a 40 by 50, 148 inches wide tall. Yeah, wide by 191 inches tall. They have printed out instructions on how to cross stitch, on how to find your floss with diagrams. This should only just be a full cross stitch, not anything else. And then how to soak your fabric afterwards to get the ink out, because this is a stamped cross stitch. So it's totally gridded in case you need to refer back to it. Let's see if I can get that. The printing is very clear. This is, I don't see a brand on these kits that come just wrapped in the plastic bags. So I think I just call them generic kits. And I have gotten a few in the past where the paper pattern was like really small, really hard to read. And they've improved a lot. They now, I know the past couple months, the paper patterns are a lot bigger in these kits. What's nice about this too, this picture, is that you've got all these areas where you don't need to stitch. So I suppose you could call this a partial, Now, it is really confetti heavy. And if you look at the paper pattern, you can see the printing super clear on it. You've got your legend over here with your color chart, your DMC codes, your symbols, and what number your floss is on your floss organizer. So let's say that red symbol right there, that solid red, that would be floss number 30, DMC code 3861. Indication here of what the DMC code and the color of the floss you're looking for. So these kits are perfect for brand new stitchers who've never done cross stitch before. But I don't know. I don't think I would. I think a beginner cross stitch would be something that has more color blocking instead of all this confetti. When you've got a little teeny bit in here, but let's look at that pattern itself, or the canvas, and what we get. Now we get a really nice little tool kit. Let's see what's inside. So we've got a little adjustable thimble. I've been tearing my finger up lately, so that'll come in handy. We've got 5 needles. Oops, sorry about the glare on that. Let's see if I turn off this light. Okay, that's not quite so bad. We have 5 needles, and we have a threader. Thank goodness for threaders, or I would not be cross-stitching at all. I was talking about that to my husband last night. He was watching me cross-stitch. He's like, how do you do that? I said, oh, I don't have any problem doing it, but thank goodness they have threaders, or I wouldn't be, because I can't see. I can't see to do that at all. Now let's look at the picture. One other thing, or the canvas, one other thing I really like about this that now they do on all of them is they serge the edges. So it's not going to unravel while you work on it. So, oh my goodness, this is big. Let's take a look at this. It's really long, so I'm going to go ahead and just turn it sideways so we can get a better look. It's printed very clearly. One of my pet peeves is, if you watch my channel, you know that sometimes, used to be, I would get kits where a symbol in a square would bleed over into another square, which is not just incredibly annoying, but can make things a little bit difficult, especially if you have to refer back to the pattern all the time. But this one is actually looking really, really good. Really, really good. It's a bit stiff, but you can scrunch it up, fold it up, ball it up, and as you work on it, it will get softer. It's just starch that they put in there. It is one of these kits I don't even bother putting in a hoop, because it's so stiff you can hold it in your hand and stitch away, and it's just fine. Here it's got the same legend on it, the 33 colors, everything you need to know, same information exactly. The symbols here will match the symbols that were on the paper pattern. Let me get a measurement on this for you, because it's pretty good size. But being that it's not a total full cross stitch, it should go along really well. I think the one I'm working on now, I'm working on that daffodil one I showed you from Fan Sales last week, that's round, and it's not super big, and I'm just doing one color at a time, and it's working out really good. Now this one is a little over 17.5 inches wide by about 13.5, or 17.5 inches tall by 13.5 inches wide. I don't think I would do one color at a time on this. I think I'll just do squares or sections. But isn't that going to be pretty? Let's look at the floss colors here, because I love blues and tans and browns. More noise, I apologize. Okay, let me see if I can get this untangled. These colors are really pretty. Really, really pretty colors. We've got light lavenders, we've got teals, browns, pinks and whites. light greens even, dark olive. So many pretty colors in this. I think this is just stunning. And the other thing too is if you don't want to include the words, those who wander are not lost, is that what it is? You don't have to. So if you see a cross stitch you like, but it's got, shoot, I even see cross stitches, stamped cross stitches that aren't in, that have words that aren't in English. It could be Chinese or Asian characters. It could be Eastern European languages. You don't have to stitch this if you don't want to, the words. Because at the end of it, when you're all done, and you go and soak this to get all the ink out, this will just disappear and it will all be white. So you can really personalize these. You can even add your own words if you wanted to. So I think this kit is beautiful. I am super happy with this kit, and I really love the picture. I'm so glad the quality has improved on that. Okay, let's look at the next one. This is a Joy Sunday kit. They have, even though it doesn't have the name Joy Sunday and it just has the logo, these are all in their Joy Sunday section. So I'm just going to go with it now and just say it's a Joy Sunday kit. This is called the Giving Tree. I love trees. I absolutely love trees. So I thought this was really colorful and cute and perfect for spring. It's got the great instructions on the back, really largely printed so you could see. It comes in a great resealable pouch that even when you're done with your cross stitch, everything comes out of it. So with this clear window on the front, you can use the bag for other things, but it's a great project bag. So this is the Giving Tree. You've got your product number on it. It tells you at the bottom it's an 11 count. You'll use 3 strands and the measurements. And then here's the pattern. So we've got a picture. This is so simple. It only has 8 colors. Now it does want you to do a half stitch, which I am thrilled about because half stitches, looks like those will all be here in the bottom. I mean, really, you'll just go 1 stitch instead of 2. That will go by really super fast. And yeah, nice. This one's not super glossy, which is great. So there's not going to be a lot of glare for you. Very, very easy. No back stitching at all. And the great thing about these is you can just start them with stamp kits. You don't need to start in the middle and work your way out or in a corner. You can just start wherever you want. This would be the perfect kit for a new cross stitcher because there's so many areas of color blocking. There's no confetti. So easy to read. And if you wanted to teach a kid how to cross stitch, I mean, my grandma taught me when I was like, I don't know, under 10. Great kit for a kid too because it's so easy to read. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, here's what I didn't pay attention to. Maybe not so good for a kid. This one's not stamped at all. And it does tell you on the back of these packages in the instructions, unprinted cloth, how to stitch unprinted cloth. So it tells you how to find the center point, and you can work out from the center. So this red line that starts at the top, and then the other red line on the side, those are the centers, and where they meet in the middle is where you would fold your fabric. Find the middle of your fabric. You know, sometimes I just don't pay attention. I really thought this was stamped. I apologize. So right here would be the middle of your fabric. And then you've got your middle right here, and you can start it that way. The grid lines, you can also count out 10 squares because there's 10 squares in each block. And you could also start it anywhere you want to. You don't have to start in the middle, but it is pretty easy to do it that way. This is also serged all the way around, so it's not going to unravel while you work on it, which is great. And let's look at the floss. I think I'm just going to keep that folded. They give you 2 needles with this, and that's it for the toolkit. It's not like the other one. It does not have the item number, product number written on it. So I would put the product number on this, just write it on. In case they get separated, you know that this floss goes with this kit. But nice pretty colors. It's not going to take a whole lot to do it. Cotton floss. This is good practice for me as far as a counted kit goes, because I've gotten really lazy. Because sometimes I just don't want to think. And that's why stamped kits are so great. Okay, the last kit I have for you is called Little Owl. This is also a Joy Sunday kit. This one's 14 count though. And for those, I get questions asking what's the difference between 12 and 14 count. 11 and 14 count. 11 count is 11 stitches per inch. 14 count is 14 stitches per inch. So the squares are going to be smaller on a 14 count. All the same instructions on the back to help you along. Let's look at this without the glare. Is he cute? He's holding tulips. This is an adorable little, I call this a spring owl. Little owl, spring owl. I usually rename my cross-stitch pictures. I think he is precious. Now this one comes with the glossy pattern. You can write on all of these. And it is a square. It's got 33 colors. And it is also just like the other one where there's no background stitching at all. So it's, look at his face. So it's just going to be the owl. He's so sweet. What a cutie. What a cutie. I can't turn down a cute picture. Looks like there's quite a bit of confetti in this. Thankfully, he's stamped kit. Let me move that out of the way. Now let's take a look at him. He's good size. I mean, he's not super big. I'll measure him real quick, but he's good size. Okay, so he's a little over 12 1/4 by a little over 12 1/4. Not quite 12 1/2 with those. 174 stitches wide by 174 stitches tall. All the edges are serged. It's got the product number in case you run out of floss or something happens and you need to get a hold of customer service. One Day Saving has excellent customer service. They are so very kind and helpful. They want you to be happy. I've never had a problem with them. We've got our legend along the bottom with the DMC codes, the symbols that you're going to find on here, and the number of your floss. It's only full stitches. There's no back stitches. There's no French knots. Nice simple pattern. So we have a lot of areas where there's color blocking, and then, you know, a few little areas of confetti that are not bad at all. Oh, he's going to be so cute. Let's look and see what the floss is like. 2 needles. These floss cards are my favorite because they have the product number on here, but then they also tell you, give you a color chart of the floss, the number, so it corresponds with the number on your legend, how many strands they give you, a reminder that it's 14 count, so you will use 2 strands of floss with 14 count, 3 strands of floss with 11 count. I was watching Stitching with Laura the other day, or last week I think it was, and she gave a great demonstration of how to pull out 2 strands of floss while the floss is on a floss card like this without having to like pull the whole thing out and put it all back. Watch her video how she does that. I had never tried that before. I had never even thought of that before. It was eye-opening for me, and it has saved me a lot of time. So check her out. If you haven't ever watched any Stitching with Laura videos, she's the one that kind of got me back into cross stitch again. She puts out a video like every day. She's been doing this for years. She knows what she's doing, and her videos are great. Great. I will just sometimes when my husband's not home and I just want to do stitching, I'll put one of her videos on, just let them run because it's nice little company um, with the stitching, and she knows the tips and tricks on everything. So give her a check out if you haven't before. I love the colors. There's so many browns and tans. I got distracted. Sorry, guys. So many browns and tans and golds, some pinks for the flowers, greens for the flowers. This is going to be adorable. This is going to be really, really cute. This picture makes me happy. It makes me really happy. I mean, seriously. He's just precious. Absolutely. It's like a baby owl with some tulips. So, this picture was $7.99. The tree was $4.77. The Dreamcatcher was $8.22. Cannot beat those prices. But one thing I recommend, because there's so many shops that are selling cross stitch online, you see so many of the same pictures at every single shop, but all different prices. So if you're interested in something and you got a little time, I would shop around. And I really think that One Day Savings has just great prices. Their customer service is excellent, and so much variety. I mean, literally thousands upon thousands of different pictures and kits and different kind of crafts to choose from. I really like them. I really like them a lot. So down below will be that discount code, Desert5 off. Excuse me. And like I said, though, they do have other promotions right now, especially if you sign up with your email. I think you get 10% off. Yeah, you do. You get two free crafts of any kind you want if your purchase is over $50, and free shipping over $50 too. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.